I hope everybody's okay. I want to thank the sponsors for the forum for putting this together. Anytime we can have a forum and we can have candidates before you, I think it's a good thing. So, and I know it takes a lot of work, so I do wish to thank you for that. I'm Virginia Gurrola, and I am an individual who has been in the community for about 30-some years. I was born and raised in Lindsay, and we have about 150 years of years in the Lindsay area from our family. Our grandparents came in from Mexico, or great-grandparents actually from Mexico. And the reason they came here was so that we could have an opportunity in new life in the United States. And certainly our family has had that opportunity. I certainly have had that opportunity. And so I'm here because primarily of a family who really cared about work ethic, about being ethical in terms of what we do in our lives, about giving 100% of ourselves to our jobs or to those things that we're going to do in our community. And so I've always used that as a standard when I go in to do something. I am currently the councilwoman for the city of Porterville. I was elected in 1995 and served until 2003. During that time, I was mayor twice. And then in 2012, I returned back to city council and was elected and appointed mayor. So my experience in terms of municipalities is with the city of Porterville, and I've been able to serve on various organizations in the county. Currently, I serve on TCAG and the Mitigation Committee, Rail Committee. I've served in previous years on EDC. I served on the EDC until November of 2013. So I've got experience working in the county as well, or on county committees. My other experience is in my career. I have 37 years at Porterville College. I retired in June of 2013. In those 37 years, I held numerous leadership positions. I handled a budget of $10 million of federal or state funds, had to interpret regulations, and I had to work with individuals, not just on the campus, but I had to engage with students. I've always been committed to students and our youth because they are really going to make the difference. And the one thing I tell youth is there is not a barrier that can hold you back. You only hold yourself back. You should always move forward, and sometimes you have to stop and then continue on. And that's how my life has been. I have been involved at Porterville College, as I said, for 37 years. I have almost 10 years of experience through city council, holding numerous leadership positions both in the community and on council and in my career. What do I want to do for Tulare County? Well, I sat back and looked and thought about it. When I was in city council from 1995 to 2003, though we not always agreed, there was engagement with our county supervisor. Today, or when I came back to city council in 2012, it struck me that there was no engagement, there was no communication, and that there was issues that were being surrounded with the city and the county. So what do I want to do as a board of supervisor? I believe leadership requires that you listen, you engage, and you connect with people and your partners in your district. That's what I will do as a board of supervisor. I want to engage with our community and the partners. It is important that the board of supervisor engage and work with the city. We're not always going to agree, but we should certainly be working together. There should not be a standoff in terms of saying, well, I don't want to speak to you unless you tell me ahead of time what we're going to speak about. The board of supervisor needs to be open. I don't mind criticism. I don't mind being told what I need to work on. I am very open to that. I do not carry baggage from previous meetings. I want to be there to see what we need to do. That's who I am. What am I going to stand for? There are 3 prongs to this. One is water. Water is a very complex issue. Water does not have one solution, one answer. We have gotten to the point we are because the water system we have was created in the early 1940s and before, and we did not maintain that water system to meet the needs of today, nor the population of today. We need to look at a plan that is going to provide storage and clean up our water system so that we can have water, not just for our residents, but water for our ag. We depend on ag. That is our largest industry. We are an agricultural area. We need to have ag. I was speaking to a farmer who has 100 acres and is getting no water from the Bryant Canal. He has wells. But think about it. Everybody's drilling wells. I forgot how many permits have been issued through the county, something like 100. So everybody's drilling, everybody's going down. There's only so many pools of water available. When we start taking all that water, what is going to be left? How many years does it take to grow an orange tree? It's not row crop. It takes up to 8 to 10 years for it to produce. We can't afford that. We need a plan that's not going to be temporary. We need a plan that's going to invest in long term. What can I, as a county board of supervisor, do? I can influence some, but we have to come together and we have to inform the public of what that plan will have. The other is jobs, because it correlates with water. We don't have water, we're going to lose jobs. We need those jobs. The trickle effect of the revenues that come from industry and agriculture will affect us all. And don't say it won't. It'll affect you at the grocery store, or it'll affect you in jobs that are being affected by that industry. The other is leadership. I commit to you leadership. I commit to you that I will be there for you. I commit to you that I will engage and I will be available and open, and that I will work with the partners within the district, and that we work in a regional way, because I not only represent the District 5, I will represent all Tulare County residents when you sit there on the Board of Supervisors. I want to thank you very much for coming out this afternoon.